Shalom, it's your brother Malachi of Yahweh's messengers. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Waharika, Kodash. To the Akims, pushing this gospel in truth and sincerity in the chief place of concourse. And the Akwaf, listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom. On your screen here is Henry Kissinger, National Security Advisor to the President Nixon in 1969. Henry Kissinger, born in Germany. Kissinger emigrated to the United States in 1938 as a Jewish refugee fleeing Nazi persecution. He served in the US Army during World War II. After the war, he attended Harvard University, where he excelled academically. And we're going to touch on the Biafran War. This is an AI overview of the Biafran War in Nigeria. The Biafran War was a civil war in Nigeria from 1967 to 1970, fought between the governments of Nigeria and the secessionist state of Biafra, primarily consisting of the Igbo people. The conflict was rooted in long-standing political, economic, ethnic and religious tensions, triggered by a 1966 military coup and subsequent anti-Igbo pogroms in northern Nigeria. Following the massacres, the eastern region succeeded to form Biafra, fearing for the safety of its people and asserting its nationalist aspirations. And that's it. Kissinger with President Nixon, probably the Oval Office. That's him probably doing a speech at a rostrum. And I think this is them in Moscow together. And this is the US Department of State Archive document, Foreign Relations 1969-1976, Volume E5, Documents on Africa 1969 to 72. Memorandum, the White House, Washington, Tuesday, January 28th, 1969. Memorandum for the President from Henry Kissinger. Subject, U.S. options in Biafra relief. Main thing we're going to go and touch on is what was stated. We go to this section here. Biafra, 3,000 square miles, 4.6 million. Colonel Ojukwu, 35, British trained, erstwhile playboy, preside over the popular support and military morale of a people convinced that defeat means extinction. The Igbos are the wandering Jews of West Africa. The Igbos are the wandering Jews of West Africa, gifted, aggressive, westernized, at best envied and resented, but mostly despised by the mass of their neighbors in the Federation. They have fought well, by African standards, see the condescension, against heavy odds. Their cynical public relations use of the starvation have been brilliant. So we have a Jewish man writing about the Igbo people of Nigeria to the president. That's Henry Kissinger writing to the president that the Igbos are the wandering Jews of West Africa. And we have all these apologists trying to counter this information We have some people like Vocab Malone. Now this information was 1969. I don't even think Vocab Malone was even born in 1969. So I called some of these people crooked Christians. This information comes from the same country Vocab Malone comes from. Are we to believe he doesn't know this? Are we to believe Henry Kissinger doesn't know what he's talking about? And now we find that Henry Kissinger is a Jewish man. So it's very, very ironic. I'll just try to blow up this information here where it says, the Igbos are the wandering Jews of West Africa. Now, I typed in Google, Henry Kissinger, the wandering Jews, and it gave up this information regarding them. It was a letter written to the president, which was Nixon at the time, regarding these Igbo people. And this is one of the pages. As you see, back in those days, it was typewriters that was used to construct your letters, this is a typewritten letter. This is the same again here, but this is typewritten, where it states, the Igbos are the wandering Jews of West Africa. Gifted, aggressive, westernized. Yeah, so this is the actual letter that was forwarded to President Nixon by Henry Kissinger, the Jewish man. My first scripture is for there is nothing, this is Luke 12:2, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. And my next one, Mark 4:22, for there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. So yeah, this information now, on top of the rabbinic court ruling that Igbos are the children of Israel, cements this information. And obviously this information is 1969, which is before this rabbinic court ruling that the Igbos are the children of Israel. So here you can see this is US Department of State, which is where I got that letter from. 25 memorandums from the President's Assistant for National, that's where it stops there. That will bring up the letter, because this is from US Department of State. And then here we have Richard Nixon Library and Museum. That will bring up the typewritten, this one here, US Options in Biafra Relief, January 28th, 1969. So if that's put into Google, that will just bring up the typewritten letter, which is more than this one page, but I've just gone to this page due to it stating the Igbos are the wandering Jews of West Africa. So with that, I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Waha, Rekah, Kodash, Kum Yasha Allah, Brother Malachiah, Yahweh's messengers, Shalom.